am literally like the most boring reseller on the planet because I only focus on about 18 brands. That's it. It's pretty much all I sell. And I just keep doing it again and again. Like when you find what works, like stop messing around and just keep doing that and keep things easy and replicate it. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. What I wanted to do today was just go over with you the 18 brands that I focus on right now. It can always change, of course. Like in the future, I might be like, this one brand is kind of underperforming. And so I'm going to stop focusing on it and I'm going to add in a new brand. So brands, as we know, do change. But I've been focusing on these brands for a while. Like I feel like 2 or 3 years now, and they just seem to keep selling. So maybe this is like the go-to list. I don't know, but I think that you should consider these brands. And I will say that brands somehow sell different for different people. Like you guys know, I love getting Zara. That's one of the spoilers on the list. And I buy Zara in pallets. And then I get people all the time. They're like, oh my God, I can't sell Zara for my life. Well, we could be picking different items. We could be picking different styles. We could be pricing it differently. Your photos could be better. My photos could be better. We might be using the right keywords. We might be using the wrong keywords. I might be sending like crazy offers, which you guys know that I do because I have videos on it. You might not be sending any offers. Like it could be many, many, many reasons why my Zara experience and your Zara selling experience could be different. So this is my experience. I don't judge you. You don't judge me. I just share information. If you can take something away from it, please do, because I want you to succeed. I'm going to share with you the brand and probably like 1 or 2 comments about like where I get it or why I get it or whatever, just so you get a little bit of like nuggets with the brands. And yeah, so let's start with the one that I already said, Zara. Zara is one of my favorite brands. It's like the #1 selling brand in my closet. I buy it in bulk. I buy it in pallets. And I just sell a lot of Zara. It's a good brand for me. But I will tell you, I don't sell everything from Zara. And this point will go for pretty much all of these items. I might mention it again and again in more specifics, but I don't sell everything from Zara. And I do have other ways to sell Zara than on Poshmark. A lot of these things, if I don't want to sell it myself from a pallet, I'll take it to a buy-sell trade store. I'll send it to ThredUp. I might have a local sale. I might do 10 other things with it. So Zara is one of my top selling brands. It's definitely a brand that I focus on, and I do buy it in bulk and in pallets. I get all of that from Helpsy Source, and so you can use my code Rebecca the Reseller for 10% off. The next one is Prana, and I put this too because I have ordered pallets of Prana and I would probably do it again. It's new with tags Prana though, so the Zara I get is mixed. It's mostly pre-owned, some of it's new with tags. The Prana palette that I bought and would consider buying again is all new with tags. And I think that's the right play. I think there's probably a lot of older styles and pre-owned Prana out there, but the new with tags, I feel like doesn't have a fast sell-through rate, but it has a high value sell-through rate because it is new with tags. And so this was a good one. It was a good buy. I would probably do it again. Torrid is another brand that is a top seller for me, although I don't really sell anything but dresses. Mostly almost all of the brands on here. I mean, Prana, not so much because it's more of an athletic kind of brand, so it's pants and stuff. But Torrid pretty much only sell dresses. You might find the occasional like kimono, or you might see me experimenting with some other kind of item type. But for the most part, Torrid dresses is what I sell. And I like selling them. They sell all the time, and it just works well for me. There's certain sizes that I don't sell. I don't sell the smaller sizes, like the non-plus size sizes of Torrid. I sell the plus size sizes of Torrid, and that seems to work well for me. I don't shop at thrift stores anymore. Almost all of my inventory as a 6-figure reseller comes from Helpsy Source. I've been ordering boxes and pallets from Helpsy for years now. I love that I can spend my time working on my business and not wandering around thrift stores and digging through bins for hours only to come away with okay items. Now with a few clicks, I get exactly what I want to sell, all shipped to my door, often with free shipping and always with a discount code. Use my code Rebecca the Reseller for 10% off your next Helpsy Source order. The next one is J.Crew, and that might be like, great, Rebecca, you're supposed to be this like big shot telling me all what to do. I sell J.Crew, thanks so much. But we might be selling different J.Crew. I don't sell everything from J.Crew. I am highly selective. I bought a J.Crew palette and I think I only pulled out 20 or 30 items to sell myself. That's how picky. Like out of 400 items, I'm only selling 20 or 30 myself. It has to be like cashmere sweater, open front camo color sweater, like new with tags, in style kind of dress, maybe the right type of in style, certain kind of jeans. Like I'm highly selective with J.Crew. And that's because there's so much of it out there and I want to get top dollar for it. So I'm not going to sell a tank top because I'm not going to get much for it. So that wouldn't make sense for me to sell. So I think the moral of the story with J.Crew is that you can sell and be successful at selling regular kinds of brands. You just have to be extra critical, borderline ruthless about what you actually pick from that brand to sell. So that's that. Lane Bryant is another one. I like selling Lane Bryant. Again, mostly dresses, maybe a jumpsuit, pantsuit type thing. But Lane Bryant has done well for me. And it's an item that I list for $50. It doesn't usually sell for $50, but I've sold them anywhere from $25 to $40. And for me, that's fine. So Lane Bryant dresses has been a good seller for me. Another one is Eloquy. Dresses too. I have sold pants and other things. But again, primarily dresses just because it's like an item of value. Somebody's willing to spend more for a dress. So most of these brands, dresses are the way to go. But Eloquy is another brand. Bowden is another one, and that's a brand where I will sell more things. I'll sell a button front top. I'll sell a pantsuit dress. I'll sell some skirts. I'll sell some pants, but so I widen my range on what I would sell from Bowden, but I do love selling Bowden. Another one, which I think I ignored for quite some time, then I got it by accident in a bulk box, listed it, and I was like, okay, like this is actually going pretty well. And sometimes you do need to take chances and expand on things. I'm always talking about simplifying and replicating and focusing on what works. But it is nice sometimes to expand out, either by accident or on purpose, so that you can identify new things to put in your funnel to replicate. So like if I hadn't had this oopsie with Polo Ralph Lauren, I wouldn't know that this is something that I want to keep in my funnel and like replicate over and over again. So Polo Ralph Lauren, I would say dresses, pants, and probably like a blazer. I've only sold a couple, but like a blazer, pants, and dresses would be my favorites in this brand of women's. And if it's new with tags, it's better, of course. But I've had some really high-end sales with Polo Ralph Lauren, really like over $50 for dresses and stuff. So I've really enjoyed selling Polo Ralph Lauren. Athleta is another brand that I love selling. I will say this one might be on its way out for me. It's sold a lot less recently. I don't think I have the best of the best Athleta in my closet right now. I think all the really good stuff sold and now I'm kind of left with the like, and maybe some I shouldn't have listed anyway, but I did because, you know, it's Athleta and I'm kind of loyal, you know, when I find a brand that works, it takes a lot for me to like sell it. So I do like selling Athleta. Most of the time they're $50 items, depends on what it is, but the skirts, the leggings, dresses, and outerwear from Athleta are what I like to sell. I don't really do sports bras and tops and stuff like that. If it's new with tags, of course, it's better, and I would list it for over $50. So Athleta is still a big player for me. The other one is Eileen Fisher. For the most part right now, I have a multiple quantity listing of new with tags tops. So because it's multiple quantity and new with tags, I'm deciding to sell them. Normally I wouldn't probably sell an Eileen Fisher top, but because I can just sell it over and over again, I have those. And then I have lots of pants that I sell, and those do really well. I even have an everyday promotion on them because when I sourced Eileen Fisher, I swear to God, I must have almost bought 2 pallets. I didn't buy them in pallets. I bought them individually from a website, But when I did, I bought so many that it's like I almost bought 2 pallets worth. And so I had them over a course of a time. I sold some of them on ThredUp back when I was a bigger ThredUp seller. And then everything that didn't sell there, when it started to kind of go south, I decided to sell myself. And so I even have an everyday promotion on my Eileen Fisher. They're listed for $50, but it's 2 for $50 if you find 2 that you want. And that sells all the time. I have lots of people that just go in outright and bundle 2 Eileen Fisher pants. Bing, bang, boom, and that's it. No problem. They send me the offer, I accept it, and I sell 2 at once. And I love that. That's why I love everyday promotions. They're great. So Eileen Fisher is a really good brand. Lily Pulitzer is the next one. And this one might be like, obviously we'd all love to sell Lily Pulitzer, but I can get it. I'm in Florida. There's a lot of Lily Pulitzer. It's everywhere. And so oftentimes I will buy it at my local buy-sell trade store. I pay up for it, but I'm very picky about what I buy. And I've had really good luck with doubling, sometimes tripling my money on it. And sometimes not so much if I bought like an older style, but in general, mostly dresses. I'm not really buying anything else anymore. The other day I bought a new with tags skirt, so I'm hoping that that would do well. But for the most part, just dresses. Lily Pulitzer, again, you want to always exploit the things about your area that work really well. Like the fact that I'm literally drowning in Lily Pulitzer here is a really good thing, and so I can capitalize on that. For you, you might be nearby blah, 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 and so you can get a lot of blah, 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 and so you should exploit that. So Lily Pulitzer is one. Don't forget to stop by the Rebecca the Reseller Academy, where you can find all of the products and all of the educational tools I have available for you, including all the free goodies. Here you can find coaching calls, Poshmark closet reviews, digital downloads, including my free reseller resource guide, as well as all of my courses and all of the bundles to save you lots of money. Hope you'll stop by soon at the Rebecca the Reseller Academy. So the other one is Draper James. This is another one that I pay up for at my local buy-sell trade store. Most of the time, I'm not finding it in bulk. But the way I started selling it was in bulk because I was able to get a bulk box. This was years ago from Helpsy Source. It was a Draper James new with tags box. And it was a ridiculously low price, like $6 an item. And so I bought it and they all sold for like crazy money. So I was like, yes, this is an excellent brand I should be selling all the time. Like I love this brand. And so then I got confidence enough to go out and pay up for it. So when I go to a buy-sell trade store and I see it there and I can get it for 20 and I list it for 85, and the worst case scenario is that I sell it for 40 and I double my money, I'm okay with that. And so I do that over and over again. So Draper James is another good example of how I kind of found out about it by accident, or found out about it because I ordered a bulk box and then I chose to replicate it and target it after that. And so that's been a really good seller for me. Eliza J is a really good seller. I love when it's multiple quantity. So it's hard sometimes, of course, to find, but I have been lucky on a few different websites to find multiple quantity of the same style of Eliza J dress. And so I have been able to do pretty good with that. If I was selling it individually, I don't know. I like that it's multiple quantity because I do the work once and I get to sell it again and again at a decent price. So that one's kind of like an iffy. Shakti is another one. I think what it is a custom line of clothing, which is odd. So like you can go on and like pick and choose what you want in your dress and then they ship it to you. And so I don't really know that for sure. I feel like I went on the website one time and learned that. So they make really interesting dresses, really pretty, and I've had good luck selling them. So when I seek them out and I can find them with the right price, I buy them and list them and sell them, and they sell all the time. Daniel Bernstein is a really weird one. So it was sold at Revolve. It is its own thing. I wasn't super impressed with it in general, but I was able to come across it pretty cheap. And so I said, well, it's multiple quantity. I can list 10 of this style dress, 10 of those pants, whatever. Let me try. And so I bought a ridiculous amount of them. I think I spent $800 on all of these Daniel Bernstein, couple different SKUs, and they've been selling here, there, one there. And it's great because, I've made my money back. I'm in profit. I don't have to do the work anymore. I put the listing up once. I can sell it again and again. And so it's worked really well. So I don't know if you find any random Daniel Bernstein piece at the thrift store, if it will do well. I think for me, again, it does well because it was a multiple quantity listing. And so it just happened to work this time. I don't know that it will work again, but it's something to think about. Then there's two that I have that are like not really a brand, but a thing. And then I have my final one. So the two that are not a brand, but a thing are any brand cashmere. If it's cashmere, I will sell it. I won't sell it if it has a flaw, but if it is good condition, cashmere, 100% cashmere, I will basically sell it no matter what it is. And I do, like I sell them all the time. I sell cashmere sweaters in July. I sell cashmere sweaters in November. I sell cashmere sweaters all the live long day. And I love doing it. Like I love it. There's something about a cashmere sweater that it's an easy listing. It looks nice in photos most of the time. Like it just makes me happy. Like there's very few things I like about reselling. You guys know, like I like talking about reselling. I like that I have a reselling business. I like the strategy of reselling, but doing the actual work of reselling, it gets boring to me. So it's not always exciting, but I love listing cashmere sweaters. I love taking photos of cashmere sweaters, and I have swiped many a cashmere sweater from my bulk purchases over the time. So if you can ever get yourself anything cashmere and it is not flawed, I highly recommend that you sell it. And it's most of the time usually a $50 listing price or more. The next one is any brand, mostly, of new with tags, plus size swimsuits. I don't do measurements of swimsuits. So for me, it's a really easy listing. And if it's new with tags, oftentimes you can find a stock photo perhaps. And so it's just a good category to be in. New with tags, plus size, swimsuit. Most of the time the brand doesn't matter. Obviously, if you could get your hands on like a miracle suit, even better. Some I have listed as high and sold as high as 60. I've listed new with tags Ralph Lauren plus size swimsuits and sold them for 60. Like some you can sell for very, very, very good money. And again, because I'm here in Florida, it is often that you can find a new with tag swimsuit at the thrift store. I don't go as much as I used to, so I'm not finding them that way. Most of the time I'm finding them online, but you can do pretty good with plus size swimsuits that are new with tags, mostly any brand. So the last one I wanted to bring up was my second highest selling brand of 2022. And probably it will be the same for 2023. I don't know, maybe second, third, something. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all shakes out when it's time for me to do that report. But on my rack is the brand. That's what I call my boutique items. So if it's something brand new that I buy from a distributor or from the manufacturer, like a pair of earrings that's new with tags and it's being sold for the first time, or a scarf, brand new, being sold for the first time. These are all boutique items. I buy them in bulk, in multiple quantity, and I list them once and I sell it again and again. And that's why this brand is my second highest seller, because I might have 200 SKUs, but I could sell them 2,000 times, you know? And so I sell a lot of boutique items. And over the course of however long I've been selling boutique, I've been consistently selling a couple hundred or a couple thousand, not a couple thousand, couple hundred or $1,000 of boutique sales per month. And it's been great added extra money with not a lot of added extra time, because once you do the work once, you get to sell it multiple times. So I love selling boutique. On my rack is my boutique brand. And so you obviously can't go and do that because it's not your boutique brand. But you could do a boutique brand of your own. And you could go buy boutique items just like I do and sell them in your Poshmark closet. And you could make that extra money that I'm making yourself. So that's something you're interested in. I do have a course all about how to step-by-step build your profitable Poshmark boutique. You can get it in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy, and you can use code VIDEO20 to get 20% off of it if you're interested. The link is down below to my Rebecca the Reseller resource guide, and you can find the Academy there. So that's the last brand, my boutique brand. These 18 brands are what I focus on. I don't really go outside of this. From time to time, I'll throw a random item in, but I am targeting Boden. I am targeting Prana. I am targeting Torrid. I am looking for these specifically to list, and they sell, and I replicate that process again and again. Keeps things simple. It keeps things reliable, and it allows me to have consistent sales, I believe. So I hope that you found something in this list that could be helpful to you, or even just the way I talked about a certain brand was helpful to you, so that you can put those tactics into your closet. And I'm curious what you think about my list. Should I add a brand that's working really well for you that I'm missing out on? Or should I take off a brand that you think is on its way out? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!